B.J. Hetrick was born on June 19, 1925 in Des Moines, Iowa, which at the time had a population of just over 126,000. After marrying a World War II veteran, she relocated to California, where the couple welcomed a daughter. Following the end of her first marriage, B.J. remarried. She and her new husband often traveled to Las Vegas to gamble, which eventually led them to start exploring land opportunities in the area.
Well, my husband and I lived in San Diego, and we liked to gamble. So we were coming to Vegas all the time, and we saw Pahrump. And we thought, what the hell is Pahrump? We just laughed at that name and laughed and laughed. So after a couple of years, we decided we needed to move from San Diego over here to Vegas. So we looked at land over in Las Vegas, and we decided we didn't like it there, so we went to a realtor. And this realtor says, let me take you to a town, and we went, and we drove, and we drove, and we drove, and here we landed, honey. Here we landed, and it was just the best move I've ever made. But we didn't realize that, and my husband was a contractor, and he had to get his license, and I was just gambling too much, and so I go back to Pahrump. When we came in here, we bought about 3 acreage. We down in Turner, way down there, and they said there was artesian well here, and they had cotton, and we thought, well, we'll just buy 2 or 3 acres here, and just as a pastime. We never dreamt of staying here. We thought we'd just come here and travel. Well, that never happened. My husband decided he wanted to get us a Nevada license, so he was, all the time he was doing that, I was gambling, and well, that's pretty costly at times, as you all know. And so I saw a little tiny piece in the paper about Nevada, the senior tappers, and I said, I wonder if I could still tap. I had tap when I was a little kid. And about 3 months later, they had me teaching out here. And we were called the Nevada State Troopers at that time over in Vegas. And it was Mary Lou Rickey that taught over there. And I tapped with her till about 1990, and then I started growing and growing here, so we decided to pull away and just stay here in Pahrump. But what I found here in Pahrump that I fell in love with was the people. They were the most marvelous people in the world, very laid back and so giving, that I fell in love with this place. And Tom and I never went traveling at all. We stayed right here because I started teaching tap, and I had one student who knew more than I did, because all I ever did was tap as a little girl. Never dreamt it was go so bombshell, but it did. And you know what the Nevada Silver Tappers have done for us, for the community. But the community has always trusted me and supported me all the time. So everything I do, we give back to the community for what no California would never give me the opportunity that I've had here in Pahrump, for what Pahrump has done for my life, that I never dreamt that this honor that has been bestowed on me is mind-boggling, honey, just mind-boggling.
During the interview, B.J. fondly shared that her mother was the best cook she'd ever known. She reflected on her childhood, describing what life was like growing up, and said she wouldn't change her life for no one.
What's your favorite dish?
Macaroni and cheese.
Really?
My mama was the best cook in the world. Best cook in the world. We all learned how to cook like my mom.
Tell me about that.
I was raised in Iowa, of course. We had the best sweet corn in town and the best life I ever had. A lot of snow, you know. That was back when the kids could play outside without ever worrying. And you know, we never dreamt about being outside with boys. We were out with boys, but that was when that was the way you should live, not what it is now. And we were taught so different, so different. And I wouldn't change my life for nobody. And then my sis and I, we only had two beds in our room, didn't we? And we had 6 kids, but it worked. And we finally got a bathtub. We got bathed. My brothers we had 4 brothers. And they got the tub first. And then Jody and I got the dirty water at the last. But you know what? We lived through that. And this idea of taking a shower every minute of the day, they're all going to lose all their oil in their body. Yeah, stuff. And Mom used to rinse, our hair was rinsed with rainwater, wasn't it, sis? Yes. My mom was my rock. But she would do everything. I mean, she raised us, and that's our rock. My dad was self-made man, was on his own at 15 at that time. And he learned how to he was in the big Register and Tribune newspaper, and so he was there for years and years and years. But you know, that's when the men were strictly the workers, the women did everything. My mom had to shovel the snow, start the furnace, have babies. I can remember when my sister was born, I was out on the stills with my brothers outside, and I was waiting for the stork to come. That's how we were taught, you know, so innocent. And boy, they brought out that little skinny thing. My Dorothy Joanne is her name. And so we call her Jody. She had the most gorgeous singing voice in the world, and she sang for Horace Heidt, did you not, honey? Yes, Horace Heidt. I didn't get a voice. They always told me I couldn't sing, but I thought I could. And I know I'd call Mom when I'd be playing a card. Listen to me, Mom, and I'm playing. She says, "Oh, that's good, sister." Yeah. My mom she would play the piano, and she'd put newspapers behind it, and it would sound like people tapping. Yeah, it's good old days.
While working at a hospital in Des Moines, BJ played on a baseball team called the Hags and the Bags. She fondly recalled the fun and mischief they used to get into together.
I belonged to a baseball team called the Hags and the Bags. That was back in Iowa, but back there, wasn't it?
Can you say that again for me?
Hags and Bags.
And who are they?
Well, I worked in the hospital, and then the outfielder couldn't catch very good, so we gave her Valium to catch the ball. Yeah, and then she would go to second or third base and would pretend like she was having a baby and stuff, had a ball. But I pitched so hard that I burst my bursitis. My arm blew up. Yeah, it was so much fun. We were against other hospitals. Yeah, boy, my arm would go out there.
Why hospitals? Were you
back home in Iowa?
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you a part of a hospital? Were you a nurse? How did you get involved with the hospital?
Well, I was right that time in the business office.
Tell me about that.
Well, I worked in the ER first, which I dearly loved, and we saw a lot of stuff there and worked in there, and so nobody ever believes me, but I was very shy. Wasn't I very shy when I was younger? Nothing like this, nothing. And I thought I was bow-legged and I wouldn't show my legs. I was a prude, is what I was. But I have changed, honey. I mean, I have truly changed, as you all know. And I just, you know, my nightlife has been it's got good points and everything from when I was little, but we never went hungry. My mom, we raised everything, and we didn't have all these stuff in it that we do now. And everything we had was canned, and it was great. Well, I just did my pageant, Miss Senior Golden Years. Had the honor and privilege of being Miss Senior Nevada. And I directed that for 8 years. And then I started looking at my town, the beautiful ladies that I could see that needed help. And it brought back these ladies that, when they were ready to commit suicide, some of my ladies, they had no future. And we brought them into the pageant, and I told them, you're 60 years old, you raised your husband and you raised your children, there's your time in life. And all these women, they know they're worth everything, and they get every person that runs in my pageant has to have a platform. The platform has got to be, what are you giving back to this community? And that's what we're all about. And you know that every cent we give, it goes back like to the veterans, or this year it's going to go to the Daughters of Revolution that has done so much for our veterans. When they come in from overseas, they're down there waving their flags and making them so friendly, and they're a very quiet organization, but they do so much for our veterans. And we also help the Salvation Army, the blind. Like, we didn't know we had blind people in here, but one of my queens' mother turned blind when she was 16, and Ellie was one of my contestants, and she's taken over the blind, and look at them now. We know all about the blind people here, and we're helping them so much, and that's what we're all about. And then, of course, I can't deny my Heavenly Peace contestant that took over. No child should sleep on the floor, so they make all these beds. So they do work their platforms all the time. And then we have contestants that are taking care of our animals. Yeah, so you name it, and they're doing it. When they say they're doing it, the platform goes on. After the pageant, it doesn't stop. They carry on with their platform.
We're about to have so much fun.
This pageant's all about senior ladies who have reached the elegant age of 60, who have raised their husbands and raised their children. Now it's their time in life. And what we do is this pageant is all about giving back to the community, which they all do.
BJ celebrated her 100th birthday on June 19th near the Calvada Eye in Pahrump, surrounded by loving family and friends. In honor of her remarkable life, she was presented with a proclamation from the state of Nevada, as well as a certificate of recognition from Nye County, recognizing her as a cherished and inspirational figure in the Pahrump community. BJ's legacy has left a lasting impact not only on the women she mentored, but on the entire town she helped shape with her wisdom, compassion, and unwavering spirit.
That was made to me by one of my contestants by the name of Star, and she just wanted me to have this. And so I can't tell you what beautiful birthday I had, and my kids were all here. My daughter, of course, my son got sick with this virus and couldn't be there. Steve, you know, my Steve Elliott, and unfortunately he couldn't make it. But all my family was here, and even my maiden name Bentleys were here from Iowa. And my sister is right over here from California, and she, 94, honey, or 95? 94. And Yes, and so what a blessing to have her here. It means so much to me. And we had a big thing at Calvetta I yesterday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear BJ. Happy birthday to you.
Everybody in the community came in, and I mean, that's when they gave me the proclamations. So the commissioners were wonderful, and I got it from Nye County, and I also got it from the state. It's quite an honor that it's just mind-boggling to me, and I'm overwhelmed with everything. They call me the icon of Pahrump. You know, it's mind-boggling to me. My award is that just seeing somebody smile and be positive and happy, that's all I ask. And the love this community has shown me is just unreal.
All right, BJ, in honor of your 100th birthday, Nye County is proud to give you this certificate of recognition, especially for you.
BJ Hetrick left us with this message: you have to live a life of positivity, and without my God, I would have nothing.
Well, you have to live a life of positive. And of course, my master, number one master, without him, without my God, I would have nothing, nothing. He holds my, when I get so nervous, I says, you're going to have to squeeze my hand just a little bit tighter because I need help here. And without him, I could have done nothing, nothing. So that's how I live.